Now is the time for the practice of yoga. So, for today's practice, we will begin in a comfortable seat. So, taking a moment here to land on your yoga mat, whether that is with any supports to have under your seat, under your hips, maybe sitting onto a folded blanket or a bolster. Just taking a moment to arrive. So we can let go of everything that has happened so far today, whether that is just rolling out of bed or if that is the whole activity of a full day. And when we arrive on our mat, it's our chance to hit pause on all of that and really allow ourselves to be just right here, right now. So to help us accomplish this, let's take a moment, if it's comfortable, either closing your eyes or taking your gaze towards the floor in front of you. And as you settle in, you might begin to deepen your breath. So a nice full inhale in through the nose. And then open your mouth and exhale and let it go. And again, a big inhale in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. After that exhale, gently swallow, remoistening your mouth, relaxing your jaw. See if you might lean back a little more into your seat, bringing your awareness into the back body. And here we'll tune in to the subtle sensation of breath in the nostrils. And so quieting the mind by giving this one pointed focus. Now you might notice the temperature of the breath, perhaps a little cooler on your inhalation, slightly warmer on your exhalation. Good. We will continue to use such one-pointed focus tools throughout our practice today. Let's take one hand and place it onto the upper chest. We'll call this the heart center, and placing one hand onto your belly and around, above, or below your belly button. Just allowing here for this moment of pause, this moment of holding. And now letting your attention, your awareness move to that movement of the breath. So perhaps feeling the belly gently expand as you inhale, and then the chest. And as you exhale, feeling the chest relax and that belly soften back in. Taking another moment here, inhaling. Notice, feel, sense the belly expand, the chest rise. And with the exhalation, the chest relaxes, the belly softens back in. As we tune in to these waves, to this rhythm, it is an anchor. It is a pattern that we can lean into. not only throughout our practice, but throughout the moments of our days. Just like the turning of the seasons, we can tune in to these different patterns. So too with our breath. We can tune into these patterns, these anchors, this expansion, this filling, and this emptying out, this releasing and letting go. Good. When you're ready, gently release your fingertips to the earth on either side of your hips. And now with your next inhale, reach both arms all the way up high to the sky. And as you exhale, float your arms all the way back down to the earth. We'll do this 3 more times. Move with your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Big breath in, inviting that breath all the way up in around your collarbones. And a full breath out, inviting that practice of getting all the way empty, empty, empty. One more time, big breath in. And a full breath out. Good. Now just your right arm reaching all the way up high to the sky. And then hinging over to the side with your exhale. We'll stay here for 3 full breaths. Keep your shoulders relaxed and down. Good. We'll inhale, coming to upright. Let that arm relax down with your exhale. Take a full breath here at center, maybe reaching the shoulders up. And exhale, shoulders back and down. Second side with your inhale, lift your left arm all the way up. And hinging over to the side. So relaxing, shoulders down. Leaning into that bottom hand, keeping your left sitting bone anchored, maybe looking up to the inside of that left arm. Good. Let's inhale, coming all the way back up. Letting that arm release back down. Exhale. Roll your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Good. We'll take the opposite cross of our ankles. So if you had your legs crossed in one way, see about switching the cross of your legs. This might be your little more awkward cross of your legs. We'll work into a twist here with your inhalation. Reach both arms all the way up high to the sky. And then twisting to your right. Bring your right hand to the earth behind you, left hand coming across. Stay plugged in through your sitting bones, through your pelvis, rooted into the earth. Lift up through your spine, reaching up into your heart. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Maybe letting your head turn to look over your right shoulder. 3 more full breaths here. On an inhale, we'll come back to center, reaching both arms all the way up high to the sky. And then exhale, twisting to your left. Left hand coming to the earth behind you. Right hand resting onto your left leg. Nice and grounded through your foundation, lifted through your central column, and then perhaps turning to look over your left shoulder. Big deep breath in, lifting through the heart, lengthening through the spine. Nice complete exhale, going all the way to empty, wringing out. We'll come back to center on an inhale, reach all the way up high to the sky, looking up between your hands, welcoming in this day. Big inhale, and then joining the palms. Exhale, we'll bring hands to heart center. Now letting your thumbs rest against your sternum. Perhaps closing the eyes gently here or looking down towards the floor in front of you. And if you have an intention for your practice, Taking a moment with your intention, welcoming in this day. May we clear and let go of what we don't need to carry with us, what we've learned from, and we can set it down so that we have space and energy to flow with the Shakti of this brand new day. On your next inhale, let's press our prayer hands right on straight up to the sky. And as you exhale, sweep your arms nice and wide all the way out, fingers coming right back down to the earth. Good. Very nice. Let's come on to hands and knees in our tabletop position. As you arrive in table, you can always put a little extra padding for under your knees. With your next inhale, lifting your sitting bones, brighten your heart forward, lift your chin. And as you exhale, arching your back, releasing your head. Let's do a few more rounds here of cat and cow. Take your time. Perhaps closing your eyes to really tune into your inner landscape. Good. From here, we'll settle back into child's pose. You might move your knees a little wider apart, shifting your hips back towards your heels. Walk your arms forward to really lengthen the side body, reaching through the crown of your head, and then eventually resting your forehead and your arms onto the mat. We'll stay here for 4 deep breaths. With your next inhale, arriving once again into your tabletop position. Now take your right toes tucked under on the mat, straightening that right leg back behind you. You might do a little forward and back stretch here, reaching through your heel, pressing forward, and then lifting your foot and bringing it to the outside, the left side of your yoga mat. And then peeking over your left shoulder. Steady breath into the right side body. So really opening up the low rib cage on the right side, opening that whole side body. Take one more big breath here. And then coming back to center, reach that right leg out long behind you. We'll lift the toes up off of the earth here. So we're balancing, reaching the heart forward, full inhale, and then just one time here, bring your knee in towards your nose. Exhale, round in. And then extend your leg out long, and we'll lower that knee back down to the mat. Shift your hips side to side, full breath in, full breath out. We'll give our wrist a little break. So sitting back a little under your heels, resting the back of your hands, maybe trying to make little fist with the back of your hands, pressing onto the mat, or doing a little shift, just opening up, making sure our hands feel all right from having that weight. Beautiful. Coming back to table, we'll stretch the left leg back, tuck the toes under, and do a little forward and back here, stretching through your toes, your ankle, your left calf. Beautiful. From here, you're lifting the left foot up, sweeping it to the outside of the right side of your mat. Look over your right shoulder, back towards those toes. Long, slow, deep breaths here, really opening the left rib cage. Coming back to center, we'll reach that left leg back. So with the toes lifted up off of the mat, using the core here, find your balance. And then just one time, we'll do knee to nose. So as you exhale, round in, bringing your knee in towards your nose. And then extend that leg out nice and long, bringing your knee back to the mat. We're coming right into what is called bear pose. So with this one, we're going to hover our knees for 3 breaths. So staying in table, you'll just lift your knees up off of the mat. Strong core here, steady with your breath. Perhaps it's warming up a little bit. And then when you're ready, downward dog. Lifting your hips up high to the sky, release your head. You might pedal out your heels, stretching one side and then the other. And then walk your hands back to your feet, coming into your standing forward fold. Take a hold of opposite elbows here, releasing the weight of your head as you hang over your legs. Relaxing your arms, we'll roll up. Take your time, slowly stack your spine. Inhale as you roll all the way up, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Exhale, and then finding your Tadasana mountain pose. Aligning your feet, we'll lift the toes for a moment, and then slowly lower the toes, spreading them out on the mat. Nice and strong through your legs here, lift it through your heart. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and turn the palms of your hands forward, reaching up through the crown of your head. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Let's bring our hands to heart center, remembering the intention that we set. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. We'll place our hands onto our hips and step our right foot all the way forward. And anchor your left heel back and down onto the mat and take a deep bend into your right knee. As you begin to open and stretch through that left calf muscle, let your tailbone anchor back and down. Keep your heart nice and lifted. And from here, we'll reach our arms straight out to the sides. So reaching left and right. Reach, 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 and lengthen through your arms. Beautiful. And now sweep your arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers and lift all the way up through your heart. Good. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Really opening up the lungs, the rib cage, the chest, the shoulders. Big breath in. Full breath out. 2 more just like that. Good. Release the bind. Hands to your hips. We're going to step forward. So bring your left foot forward to meet your right. And from here, we're remembering the intention that we're walking towards. And we're going to turn and walk to the back of our mat, recognizing that as we review and compost the past, sometimes it seems like we're going backwards. And really, it's more of a form of integration. So rather than thinking that we're falling back into old habits or returning to the way that things were, it's the idea and that feeling of letting all of it coexist, letting it be a foundation, maybe even a compost for where we are venturing towards. Let's take the left foot forward. You'll anchor your right heel in, back, and down. And as you bend into your left knee, let your tailbone root back and down, lift up through your heart. And again, we'll reach our arms out nice and wide to the sides. Big expanded heart space from that strong foundation, from everything that has come before. All the ground that we're standing on is from the prior events, letting our heart be lifted, stay anchored into the nutrients, into that energy that built us into who we are, where we are. And now let's interlace our hands behind our back, keeping our hearts nice and lifted here, shoulders relaxed. Big breath in. And let it go. Good. We'll do 3 more really big breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose or mouth. If it feels like there's a little extra that wants help moving on. Good. When you're ready, release the bind. Bring your hands to your hips. Once again, we're stepping forward. We'll reach our arms right away out in front. We're going to sit back into chair pose. We know this one to be a good one for composting energy. So sitting back into your chair, maybe lift up through those thumbs if that's nice for your shoulders. Sitting back, sitting back, sitting back, sitting back. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way up, stand up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Take your time, touch the earth. Lifting up halfway, big inhale. We're stepping back to our push-up position. Plant through your hands, step back into your plank pose. Now your knees can be up or down. We're here for 3 full breaths. Good. Now lowering your knees down to the mat. I'm going to have you bring your right foot all the way forward. And then sweep your left foot back. So your left foot will come behind you off of the yoga mat. And you'll open up to the long side of your mat, moving a little bit in and out of this lunge. So the right foot, the right toes are bent, are pointing forward on your mat to the short side of the mat and just coming in and out of this lunge a few times, checking in with your right hip. Nice and lifted through your heart space, relaxed through your shoulders. And then we'll come forward and rest our elbow onto the right leg. Bringing your left arm up overhead. You could either reach straight up to the ceiling or maybe reaching your left arm, that bicep by your ear, stretching the side body. 3 more full breaths here. A lot of room around our low ribs. Good. Let's come all the way back up. We'll pivot that back foot in. Coming into our lunge, a little more familiar of a pose here. Lifting up through your chin. Another full breath in. Full breath out. Good. From here, straighten that front leg. Walk your hands back, lifting up through your toes. 3 full breaths here, saying hello to the hamstring. Shoulders relaxed. Maybe you're folding over that front leg. Maybe not. We can always have our hands up on the blocks here. Good. As you bend into that front knee again, we're going to take a twist. So let your left hand stay planted, right hand onto your right knee, gently pressing into that knee. Keeping your collarbones nice and wide here, lifted through your heart. Maybe the right hand goes ahead and reaches up to the sky. Good. Coming all the way back around, we'll come back to our table. Here in your tabletop position, take 3 rounds of cat and cow before our second side. Inhale, tail up, chin up. Exhale, arching your spine. When you're ready, bringing your left foot forward. As we come up, we'll bring the right foot, hooking it open behind. Good. And then a little lunging into the left knee and coming out. Lunging in and coming out. I think I said hooking the foot behind the mat because on a paddleboard, you would actually be holding on with that back ankle. It kind of snuggles in around the edge of the board. So just a little lunging in, coming out here a couple more times. Keeping your heart nice and lifted. And then we'll bring our left forearm to the left knee. Sweeping the right arm up, reaching either straight up to the sky or reaching your bicep towards your ear, reaching overhead past those left toes. Keep rolling your heart open, steady with your breath, solid in your foundation, honoring all the parts. Good. Coming all the way back up. We'll bring that right foot back to the mat into our usual position for our lunge. Leaning forward, hands on the mat or on blocks, lifting up through the chin, stretching the front of the right hip. Full breath in, full breath out. Another full breath in, and a full breath out. Good. Straighten through the left leg, walking your hands back. This is where you might have your hands up onto yoga blocks. Flexing the left foot, toes to the sky. Good. If that left hip feels like it's skewed a little bit, snugging that left hip back slightly. Keep reaching through your heart. Long, slow, deep breaths here. Maybe the hamstring says this is enough. Maybe there is some space that we fold over that front leg. Really tuning in, letting your body tell you what it's ready for today. Good. We'll bend into that front knee for our twist. Take your time. Plant through your right hand, left hand onto the left knee. At first, we're going to just turn and open through our hearts. So twisting to the left, twisting to the left, twisting to the left. Maybe we stay right here or reach the left arm up to the sky. Good. We'll bring that hand all the way back down. We're coming back to table. Here, you could either stay with a few rounds of cat-cow or move into downward dog to digest your poses so far. Stretching in either way, moving the spine and cat-cow or traveling to downward dog and pedaling out through your heels. Take another moment or two here to integrate. And when you're ready, child's pose. Lower your knees to the mat. The knees go nice and wide. This time, big toes touch, hips to heels. Resting your arms, resting your head onto the mat. Long, slow, deep breaths here. Very nice. We'll come all the way up, come around onto our seat. Take your time, extend your legs out in front. And finding Dandasana staff pose. You might be sitting onto a little bit of a folded blanket here. See what works in your body today. Hands could be on the mat by your hips or slightly behind. Tall through the spine, full breath in. Big breath out. Full breath in. Big breath out. Good. From here, we'll lean back into our hands, bending your knees. Step your feet a little wider. We're going to drop the knees over to one side and then over to the other side. Take your time here, a couple more of this windshield wiper motion from side to side, really working all the way up into the hip sockets, getting that full rotation, and you can move at the pace that's right for you. Good. As you come back to center, extending out through the legs again, we'll keep the right knee, we'll bend that in nice and close. So for a breath or two, just sit up really tall, reaching out, extending out through your left leg, reaching up through the crown of your head. And then either keeping your foot here or maybe placing it to the outside of your left leg. Now, if this has you ungrounded, if this lifted the right sitting bone, then keeping your foot here so that we can have that solid foundation. Whichever position that you have will be twisting to the right. So we'll inhale, reach the right arm up, back, and around. And then exhale as we hug the right leg with our left arm. Tall through the spine, grounded through your foundation. Keep those shoulders melting down from the ears. And perhaps looking over your right shoulder. And we'll stay for 3 more really full and complete breaths. Good. And an inhale, coming all the way back around to center. Extend out through both legs again. Sit up nice and tall, full breath in. And let it go. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring the left leg in. Again, we'll situate just right here for a moment. Stretching through the upper thigh, opening the upper back, or the lower back rather. Good. And maybe we feel really solid in our foundation here, or we can experiment with bringing the foot to the outside of the right leg. We'll inhale, reach the left arm up, sweeping it around, back, and behind, and then use the right arm to hug the left knee. Good. Steady in your foundation, lifted through your spine, perhaps looking over your left shoulder. Good. We'll inhale, come all the way back around to center. Exhale, extending out through both legs. Very nice. Now here, you could either keep your legs out straight, or you could experiment with a little bend in your knees. We're going to forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale as you hinge forward, reaching. Maybe you find the edges of your feet. As you breathe into your back body here, perhaps it feels nice to keep that bend of the legs, or you could experiment with walking your feet a little bit forward. See about keeping contact of your belly to your thighs as a support and a nod to the gratitude we have for our foundation. Letting the head look down towards the earth. Keeping the neck nice and long while still getting an opening on the back of the neck, having space on the front of the throat. Maybe your body continues to open and there's room to inch your heels a little farther forward. Well, wherever you are, let's stay for 3 more full breaths. When you're ready on an inhale, coming all the way back up to seated, and exhale. Very nice. We will come around onto our back. Take your time settling down onto your mat. See. Lowering all the way down, bring your knees to your chest, giving yourself a little squeeze here and rocking from side to side. Keeping the right knee in, bring the left foot down to the mat. We'll take a moment with the right leg up to the sky to take some big ankle circles. Opening up, stretching through that leg, and then go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left knee. We'll bring the legs in this position into the chest, holding the left thigh or the left shin. Long, slow, deep breaths here, keeping the jaw relaxed, the shoulders open. Eventually, we'll lower both feet down to the mat. If you'd like to stay longer, by all means. You might windshield wiper your legs a couple of times from side to side. And then second side, reaching the left leg to the sky. We'll circle out through the left ankle. When you're ready, cross your left ankle over your right knee, and then bring your legs in this position in towards your chest, holding on around that right leg. Shoulders are relaxed, heart is lifted, and then staying anchored to those long, slow, very complete breaths. And release. Bringing your feet back down to the mat. We'll windshield wiper the legs again from left to right. Back at center, you might find happy baby pose, holding on to the edges of your feet. Rocking a little bit here, side to side. And release. Now, as we prepare to close our practice, you might decide to come into a little bit of a restorative legs up the couch pose, or maybe there's a wall nearby and you would like to end your practice in a legs up the wall pose. You could stretch your body out into a shavasana, or taking a few moments to find any other poses that would feel right in your body today. When you do arrive into that pose that's right for you, finding a big breath in, a full letting go exhale, releasing what we don't need to carry with us, allowing space for life force energy to flow through, moment by moment, breath by breath, landing us fully right here, right now. This will conclude the group practice. I'd love for you to stay in whichever pose that you have decided to close your practice in for at least 10 more full breaths. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace be with you, and namaste.